The Accounts Receivable Receipt Management System allows you to maintain your accounts receivable and also track other types of receipts. Invoices and statements can be created, and various transaction and ledger reports are available to keep you well informed about the money collected and owed to you. This system allows receipt entry for walk-in sales and will create usage records in garage and parts inventory, keeping your inventory up to date. Billing records can be created by daily worksheet and fleet maintenance. You can also optionally update your government accounting system with your payment and receipt entries. A Quick Start menu will be displayed when you start the program. The Quick Start menu contains most of the options required for running the program. Select System Variables form from the Quick Start menu, or you can also select the System Variables form from the System menu. The System Variables form stores the location of the data folder along with other options regarding the system. Accounts Receivable optionally interfaces with other public government software systems. Garage and Parts Inventory can be updated with inventory usage. You can choose whether this should always happen, never happen, or if you want to be prompted to create the usage record. Receipt entries can be created in accounting when payments are entered. Again, you decide if this should always happen, never happen, or if you want to selectively add receipt records to accounting. If you choose to create receipt records on request, you can create a receipt record during payment entry with a right mouse click menu option. Invoice records can be generated from fleet maintenance and daily crew worksheet. Select your options on the System Variables form and click Confirm to save your choices. The data entry forms for accounts receivable are found on the Quick Start menu and the Data Entry top bar menu. The first data entry form on the data entry menu is the AR master file form. Enter one record for each of your accounts. Assign a unique AR identifier to each account. The balance field will be updated as invoices and payments are added to the system. A credit balance will appear as a negative balance. Notes can be entered by clicking on the Notes tab on the data entry form. The second option on the data entry menu is the Invoice entry form. The invoice entry form will contain a record for each invoice in the system. Entries in this file may have been created in other public government software modules. Double mouse click or press F10 to select values for the fields with a yellow background. Pick the AR identifier and enter an item or description of the invoice on this form. The payment information on the right side of the form will be updated when the invoice is paid. Right mouse click from this page to display the pop-up menu that will allow you to duplicate the invoice or print the invoice. Duplicate the invoice will speed data entry when entering multiple invoices for the same account. Notes can be entered by clicking on the Notes tab of this form. You can optionally update garage and parts inventory with the item on the invoice. If you have chosen to be prompted during entry, you will be given the prompt to update garage and parts inventory. Payments can be entered by selecting the Payment entry form from the Data Entry menu. Enter or select the AR identifier. The default payment amount will be the balance on the account. If this is a credit and no money was received, select Yes for Credit Memo. Enter or select the account for the payment if you are updating the government accounting system. If you do not select Invoices for payment, the payment will be applied to the oldest invoices. A right mouse click from this page of the payment form will display a pop-up menu that will allow you to print an invoice. If you selected to create receipt records in government accounting system on request, you will have the opportunity to do that here also. Click the Notes tab to enter any extended comments regarding this payment. Select the Open Selected Invoices tab if you would like to select the invoices the payment is to be applied to. On this page of the form, all invoices that have been selected by default will have a check mark in the cell column, and the payment amount will default to the invoice amount, or the payment amount if it is less than the invoice amount. You can change which invoices are selected and the amount of each payment. When you save the entry, the amounts in the column This Payment will be moved to the column Paid. If you don't select invoices on this page, the payment will be applied to the oldest invoices. Select the Account Breakdown tab if you need to split the payment amount among different accounts. If you right mouse click while your cursor is on the account field, the account description will be displayed. If you right mouse click on a blank spot on the page, a pop-up menu will be displayed and you will be able to create the Government Accounting System receipt records. You will need to create the Government Accounting receipt records from this page only if you are creating the records on request. Walk-in sales and miscellaneous receipts can be entered using the walk-in entry form on the data entry menu. Enter the receipt number or press F10 to assign the next receipt number. Enter the constituent name and address or select the constituent from your constituent names file. Enter the money received in the check, cash, or money order fields. The receipt can be divided among up to 5 accounts. Enter the account and the corresponding amount for each account. At the bottom of the form, you can enter specific items purchased or given to the constituent. A right mouse click at the top of the form will display a pop-up menu with options to print a receipt, add the name to the constituent names file, or create receipt records in accounting. A right mouse click in the bottom of the form in the grid area will allow you to add, remove, duplicate, or edit inventory items purchased or given to the constituent. The Garage and Parts Inventory module will be updated based on your selections on the System Variables form. The constituent names file can be accessed using the last option on the data entry menu. Records are added to the constituent names file when walk-in sales are added, and also in the response log system. This form allows you to maintain the file. Next, let's look at the maintenance menu. The options on this menu can be selected as needed. You can update the pay-in number to a specific value for all receipts on a particular day by selecting the option to update pay-in number. If you need to change an Ar Identifier, select the option on the maintenance menu. This option will update all of the data files that contain the Ar Identifier. Recalculate Balances will update the balance in the AR master file by scanning the invoice and payment records. Report selections will be displayed if you select File, Print Reports, or select Reports from the top menu. Let's first take a look at the AR master file reports. When you select a particular report from the menu, a selection screen will be displayed. This is the AR master file report selection screen. Here you may enter a range of values for various fields to be included on the report. You may also select a report type and the order for the report. You can send the report to the printer or the screen. You also have the option of creating a PDF file or an XLS file. I will select the AR Aging report sorted by company name and send the report to the screen. This is a sample of a screen report. A toolbar will be displayed that will allow you to go to the top or the bottom or the next or the previous page. You may also choose to display 1, 2, or 4 pages at a time. Select a larger or smaller percentage to increase the size of the print or decrease the size of the print. You may also choose to send the report to the printer by clicking the picture of the printer. If you do not see the toolbar on your screen report, right mouse click to display a pop-up menu and left click on Toolbar. Along with the AR master file reports, there are many reports available on the report menu. Please refer to your printed documentation or online help found on Help About for specific information regarding the reports. The System menu contains the standard options found in all SOFTWORKS applications. SOFTWORKS has been working with county engineers, highway departments, and other government offices since 1984. This program is a product of the ideas and suggestions of many of our valued customers.